Hey guys, my name's Qzine and welcome to my channel, Write It Right. Oh my gosh, you guys, so it is officially 2023 and I am just super excited. I believe this is my second video on my channel since New Year started, and I just really hope you guys had a wonderful New Year's and New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve, or whatever holiday it is you celebrate. And I just want to thank you so much for being here today. And oh my goodness, you guys, I am just super excited because today I'm going to be starting a brand new project of mine, which I'm super crazy excited about. It will be actually like a YA fantasy, like mermaid novel, which I'm just like crazy about because 9 times out of 10, if I write a book, there has to be some type of fantasy or sci-fi element in it, because that's like my favorite genre to read and to write. So I'm just super excited about everything when it comes to this project. So today, the main focus of today's video will actually be the plotting process. So in Google Docs, I will be doing a chapter by chapter, plot. And I think this is going to be super exciting because I think it's going to make the writing process a whole lot easier. And although I feel like I've been like a pantser my entire life and not known it, I think I'm getting more into like the plotter like side of things when it comes to like writing and starting new projects. So starting on this new leaf and kind of like, starting out this new year with a new project, I think it's just super exciting. It's like the idea is fresh, and while I'm still working on my nano project, since although I did reach 50,000 words, it's not done yet. I think I really just needed to start something new and kind of like start afresh for the new year. And so that is pretty much what today's video is about, just kind of like starting off like a brand new year with a brand new project, and just kind of like showing you guys my progress with, like how I'm brainstorming everything and how things are going like with this project as well as my other little projects. So I will be spilling some tea like in between, like kind of like little writing sprints, or I guess you could say plotting sprints in this case. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Oh, but I almost forgot to say, if you are new, hi, my name is Qzine and welcome to my channel, Write It Right. If you have not already, please give this video a humongous thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Alrighty, you guys, so I am back for update 1, and this is just like such an exciting experience. I kind of like underestimated how like really like exhilarating it would be to actually like plot my novel for the first time, because although for my last nano project, the Kick Society, I had done like a bit of like planning where I kind of like shared all the main events that I was gonna do in my novel, but it wasn't like a chapter by chapter like plot. And I think that's mainly because at my heart, I'm like a pantser. So like I kind of just like go with the flow when it comes to my writing. But plotting has been such an awesome experience, and I'm just super glad that I gave it a try, because honestly, I think it's gonna help me a whole bunch when it comes to actually getting into the writing process of my project. So as I stated before, I have already gotten to a pretty good amount of character profiles and things of that nature to kind of get, to know my project and really kind of get to know my characters and things of that nature, especially because this book, like my last novel that I worked on, it's like a whole lot of like world building that has to take place because it is a fantasy world. And basically the title of the project that I'm working on now is The Abandoned Ship of Aladon, which is a mermaid fantasy. I'm planning on making it YA, and pretty much what like the main plot is about is this whole world of Aladon is actually an extension of the ocean. So like, for example, there is like a whole bunch of like abandoned ships in the ocean, and in this one particular ship there's this like tiny little pearl, and although it looks tiny, it's actually like a weighted pearl. So it weighs like up to like, I think about like 1,000 pounds, and you have to be extremely strong to be able to move it. Well, one day a boy who is actually the founder of Aladon was actually able to move it, and he is a mermaid, by the way, and ever since then creatures have been flowing into this kind of like paradise of like an extension of the ocean, and that is like the world that I am calling Aladon. And it's pretty much going to follow, it's actually a romance, so it's going to follow both the princess of Aladon about 300 years from the first original discovery, as well as like this like boy who's like the leader of like this kind of like, not like rebellion, but like this like group who tries to like find different like treasures, and pretty much tries to help out the town or the sea of Aladon like with their like craftsmanships, because they're very crafty and very talented with water and like mending and like creating things with water and things that are in the water. However, they kind of have this bad reputation, my male love interest, because him and his like group, because a lot of people think that he is linked to someone who also was like around the origin of Aladon, who was not very well loved by society, and they're pretty much like kind of like looked down upon in Aladon. And I thought that would be like a super interesting twist to kind of have the princess, be with like, like an outcast. I thought that would be like a really nice like character arc, especially for like a romance novel. But yeah, that is kind of like an overview of what I'm working with right now and what my book is about. Of course, I'm probably gonna get deeper into that, and I might even do a video where I share like a little bit of information about all of my projects, like all the projects that I'm working on right now. So if you like that, please do comment down below, because I'd really love to do something like that. But yeah, I think I have like shared quite enough for now, and I'm gonna go ahead and continue my plotting. See you guys soon. I was able to do another plotting sprint and I was able to get quite a bit done. I just finished pretty much chapter 5 and then I'm just like going into chapter 6. But I thought it would be like great to kind of end off this video with kind of sharing with you guys some tips that I have in case you do want to plan a novel or begin writing a novel for the new year. So one of those like first tips that I would just say that I did is like, first of all, you want to like come up with an idea for your story, because that is pretty much like the basis of what your story is about. You can't have a story without an idea. You know, figure out the genre, like how long do you want it to be, you know, that's like the starting point for your story, I would say. And then additionally to that, like I would say like really getting to like know like your characters is important. So what I actually did was I did a whole lot once I actually figured out what my story was about and kind of got like that basis idea for what my story would be. I kind of just made a whole bunch of character profiles where I did like these questionnaires as well as some basic background information about each of my characters. And I think that's really, really great to do before you begin plotting like I'm doing now, because it lets you know who your characters are, you know. And if you like don't know who they are before you do your story, if you're a pantser, hey, you might want to do it that way. But if you are a plotter or you're trying to be a plotter, or you're a plotter in training, I would suggest like doing those character questionnaires beforehand. And I will give the link down below to some really, really good ones that I have found online. But yeah, I would definitely say getting to know your characters is like incredibly important when it comes to the writing process. Another thing that I highly suggest and that I've always done for my projects, not really like as like a conscious thing, but it's kind of like the subconscious thing that I do. But what I love to do like when I'm doing a novel is like kind of read books of that same genre that you want to write, because that kind of helps you, you know, to kind of really shape your story and it's not copying, but like getting an idea of how you want your story to go together and how you want to build your world. And although it is a completely different thing when you read somebody else's book versus writing yours, reading a book of the same genre I find helps me out a whole bunch with like building that world and kind of like seeing like what is your competition, you know, what is it that people are liking in the market that you're writing in. And then like my final like suggestion for anyone who is wanting to like write a novel in 2023 is like try not to like put too much pressure on yourself when it comes to planning. Like for example, like although I'm plotting right now, and I would like to plot the whole book, like that's like the game plan I have in my head, I'm not going to be super strict with myself. Like I have to do like this much in order to start my book. Like I have to plot the whole thing before I start my book, and I have to know everything that's going to happen and, you know, just finish all my character profiles and all that stuff. You know, you want to get some planning in so you have an idea of what you're doing, but you don't have to map it out where it's like every single thing, you know, what's going to happen, you know. Although if you are a plotter, you might like it that way. Pantsers at heart like me, you know, it's good to go with the flow, I think, when it comes to your writing, because some ideas and some plot twists and some things that you might want to incorporate in your story might not always come to you before the writing process. So I'm going to go ahead and do one more writing sprint, like kind of get into chapter 6, and like I think like that'll be a great place to end once I finish like that chapter as far as the plotting goes. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and close the video. I'll see you guys soon. Peace. guys, so I have officially finished plotting chapter 6 and I'm just super excited about my story. It's like the more and more I work on it, the more like exciting it gets and the like more like anxious I get to actually start the writing process. But yeah, I definitely plan on working on my other projects as well. During the writing vlogs that I will be doing in the future, but I really thought that it would be a great idea to start on something new since it is 2023 and to kind of kick off the year to a great start. I have a whole lot of writing that I want to do this year, and I probably will like get deeper into like my writing goals for the year in another video. But yeah, I just have so many great video ideas and so many different project ideas, and I'm just like super excited to get like all the stuff in my head like in motion and kind of like get started on my writing adventure for 2023. And if you have not already, please give this video a humongous thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. It helps me out a whole bunch. As well, please comment down below what are some of your writing goals for 2023 and what are some of your writing projects. Like, are you planning or plotting a book like I am, or what is it that you want to do this year and accomplish with your reading and or writing? I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you all enjoyed hearing a little bit about my project and kind of what I'm working on right now. And I would love it as well if you did share with some video requests with me, because I have like a whole bunch that I want to do in the future, and I would really like to see what you guys want to see in the future as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love all you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!